What's happening, everybody? It's Gentleman Driver back at you again. Another cigar review. Today, good day. What we got for you today is something a little bit on the mild side. I'm going to go Perdomo 10th anniversary champagne. It's one of the few cigars I see with colorful cellophane wrap. It's a pretty breezy day. Not the best conditions maybe, but then that makes it all the better. This is in the Super Torfino. Again, that 60 range, 60 gauge, what I say. And then we still got a little bit of that Pendleton left. So we're going to pair that with some Mexican Coke and have whiskey and Cokes like we're just hanging out at the bar after work. Only this is a lot cheaper. Yeah, that's a little bit. I'm not paying top dollar for somebody to give me a wink and pour it in a glass. So let's get a cut in the light. And I really don't change up the cut too much. When I go to cigar bars, last one I went to was Fox's down in Scottsdale. Great bar. I'm not a big fan of the punch cut or the V cut. I like a nice straight cut, and that gets me pretty good. So very nice, very nice. Nice wide open draw. Let you guys see that foot. Nice. Good construction on that cigar. Let's go ahead and get a little something poured up. And I'm from Atlanta, so we always want to have Coca-Cola products, and there ain't no Pepsi over here, and they ain't gotta pay me to say it. I'm just not gonna have it. And it's Mexican Coke with real sugar. Champagne of the streets. Let's go ahead and get that toast. Great thing about that torch lighter, that wind ain't gonna stop me. I'm not gonna be playing with no matches. And this is a little bit different for me. Like I said before, I do prefer the Maduro. This is definitely not. Very light shade wrapper. Very creamy. It's not a bitter smoke. There's a little something on the palate there, but it's definitely not bitterness. Yeah, this is just a nice after work, still got stuff going on, but I don't need to do any ripping and running around, just all paperwork here at the house. So, something just to get on, wind it down, and get into that relaxed state to where I can knock it out in peace. Yeah, I mean, for this one, it is what it is. This is just a nice light cigar, and yeah, let's get into the first third, and I'll get back to you, let you know how it is. Well, into the first third. Ash is hanging in there even on this windy afternoon. And actually it's burning quite nicely. Take a look at that. For the wind to be blowing, that's pretty nice. This isn't really my speed. I like a much darker, richer cigar. Something a lot more flavorful. I definitely would have to agree. Not this size. I would not say this size is a beginner cigar. But if in a Robusto or just a smaller size, maybe like a 52 and like 5.5 or 6, or 48, 46 and 6 would be a much more beginner friendly cigar for someone who isn't not a smoker and they're not sure if they even want to. And this would show them that, you know, the smoke is palatable, you're not inhaling it, and things like that nature. But for someone who, especially coming off the back of the Perdomo, it's not that, the Perdomo 1964 wasn't that much more flavorful than this until I got down to the final third. But this is extremely mild. And I'm assuming once I get halfway and then into that final third, it'll maybe become more mild, medium bodied. But overall, I mean, the construction's good, the draw's good. If it was like a nice summer day, it was hot outside, like it was really, really like it was 90 degrees, and you're just, you know, sipping on like a mineral water and a drink or something like that, that would be perfect. But this is a cooler day. The clouds are kind of overcast. Not overcast, it's sporadic. There's a good breeze going on. The day I could definitely take on a much stronger cigar. Very clean smoke. Something was reminiscent of like, don't quote me on this, you know, like if you try this, you may not taste this, but you know, maybe some vanilla, cedar, butter type notes. Again, there's some projects going on around me, so there's some fresh cut woods that might add to that. The whiskey and Coke, very nice pairing for this type of cigar. This is definitely, you know, hanging out. This is a hanging out kind of cigar. You know, you're not gonna be upset if it, you know, something happens to it. Nice price point. I think this was about $10. But like I said, for me, it's just a little. It leaves a little bit to be desired for someone who's more experienced and cigar smoker. You know, as a more experienced cigar smoker, maybe this would be, we would call this a breakfast cigar. You know, you have a nice little espresso like breakfast that you can be consuming while you're having a smoke. Um, yeah, yeah, I'd put it in that range. Again, not burning hot, very pleasant. Very pleasant cigar. And I guess one might say, well, what's the difference between smoking this and like a Swisher Sweet, or you know, just a more buds like a $4 Cohiba. I would say the construction, the smoothness, the lack of bitterness. I haven't received any bitterness, um, and I think with those $4, $3 cigars, you can get through some hot spots, get you a lot of inconsistencies, and this doesn't have any of that. It's just a smooth, even keeled cigar, steady as she goes, one would say. So I'll get a little further down, maybe half, maybe into the final third, and let you know what's going on. See how long this ash lasts. It's pretty holding on pretty tough. So down into that final, just getting into that final third, the ash fell off about halfway. Held on nice and strong, nice one. A little bit of, that's what's strange, a little bit of spiciness. Still not burning hot. Um, the flavor is more of like a stronger, mild flavor. I wouldn't go so far to say medium, but it's mild with a touch of spice to it. Um, it's not really it's not something I would ever buy again. I'm not saying it's a bad cigar. It's just this is a summertime, um, like hot summertime chill cigar. Um, but even then, even when it's hot, I'd rather smoke something like an Olmec, or I just like something more flavorful, something you know with more pop to it. Um, but it's a good cigar. I mean, it's got good construction. It's got, you know, if you don't like those strong flavors, you know, some people feel like, you know, smoking a cigar is just like, you know, smoking like kind of that earthy muskiness. Um, I personally prefer that in my cigar. Like, even when I drink, I like, a lot of people like tequila. They're like to me, that's the perfect example. To me, this is like a tequila blanco, to where you can mix it, like you having whatever. You don't need to have a special drink to go with this. It'll flow, whatever. You know, you can have your, you know, anything going on with this. Um, this is an anytime cigar. This is a cut the grass cigar to me. Um, you know, yard work, gardening, um, you barbecuing or something, you're gonna be putting it down constantly, and you know, you just want to have something with you. Um, this will be all right for that. You know, you're just drinking beers, or you know, with the boys at the bonfire, you know, with your lady, um, moving and grooving type stuff. But nah, it's not not like I said. It's a good cigar for what it is. And if you like mild, um, I believe it's Connecticut wrapper. Um, if you like that, then this would be perfect for you. For me, this is not something I like. So um, I wouldn't necessarily spend the money for Perdomo 64, but if it was, you know, to me, like I said, like the Flathead 660, that's something I'm gonna pick up before I pick this up, even on a hot day. You know, and I don't even need a drink. That's such a good cigar where you don't even need to have anything. Where you just drink some water, and have a good time with it. Um, but yeah, to me this reminds me of like a Swisher Sweet without the sweetness. Or like an acid cigar without the sweetness. Yeah, that's better. That's better point. Like an acid cigar without the sweetness. But it is a sweeter smoke, like a natural sweetness to it, and not something where it's they add something to it, they spray it or something. This is just naturally got like a little bit of a sweetness to it. Um, really mild with a touch of spice. So interesting. The Perdomo line, I might try a few more of those just to experiment. I'll probably go with some of their darker stuff. Find some of the more richer cigars they have. But I'm gonna go ahead and sign off on this one. And this is not something I'm gonna smoke down to the nub. This is something I might, it's just going. I'll be done when I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. So, but it's been cool. It's a nice cigar. Maybe it's just too big. This size is too big for what this is for me. And even though I like the 6x60 range, this I believe is a Super Torfino. To me, this is just too big for what this cigar is. And yeah, that's all. So this is Gentleman Driver, and I'll holler at you next time.